and welcome to part 4 of this Keys to Successful Table Time course. Please be aware you will need to access and download the accompanying worksheet prior to watching this video. Just click on Downloadables to do this. In part 1 of this course, we considered some of the key characteristics and benefits of table time. In part 2, we looked at the role of the learner-centred classroom in helping us to achieve our aims. And in part 3, we presented a generic framework for planning. In part 4, we will now consider some concrete ways of springboarding into projects and crafts in the classroom. Let's start with an example. This first example relates to a topic pupils have been covering in class. In class, pupils have been studying farm animals. They know the names of the animals, what they eat, and what they need to live well. What possible projects or crafts do you think pupils could now carry out related to this topic? Pause the video at this point and complete Thinking Task 1 on your worksheet. You can take as long as you like to do this. When you are ready, please release the pause button and continue. Here's what we think. One possibility could be to make animal headbands, or use handprints to create farm animals with 4 legs and a tail, or 2 legs and wings. Children can then sing an animal song, such as Old MacDonald, for example, and hold up their handprint or wear their animal headband as they join in with the song. A second possibility could be to focus on how we need to look after animals at home, and pupils could create a wall display related to this. Now think about shapes. What craft or project could pupils carry out related to shapes? Again, pause the video at this point and think about this before you continue viewing. You can take as much time as you need to do this. Shapes are great for table time projects. Children can use them as stamps to create repeated patterns. They can also make objects, animals and people that they see in everyday life. They can look at shapes in art and use these as inspiration for their own creations. They can also consider the geometric element of shapes and link this to what they're studying in maths. They can also link to social science and learn how to use shapes to create a key for a map. The possibilities are endless, but the key focus is always to ask ourselves why and how. As part of your post-viewing task, we will ask you to consider further classroom-based topics that could also be approached in this way. Now let's move on to consider story-based projects and crafts. Take a look at the following well-known story. Again, pause the video at this point and complete Thinking Task 2 on your worksheet. You can take as much time as you like to do this. Can you identify any possible links to science or to maths? Or maybe a possible link to art? Here are some of our ideas. 1. Make pig masks from paper plates. Or pig noses from egg boxes, crepe paper and elastic, and act out the story. 2. Prepare a puppet show using finger or stick puppets and encourage pupils to perform the story. 3. Link to science by carrying out a huff and puff experiment. Or by identifying the properties of brick, wood or straw. 4. Link to art by making houses out of string for straw, toothpicks for wood, and red paper squares to represent bricks. 5. Link to maths by playing a number game in pairs using a die. Each time the child throws the number 1 to 6, it relates to a colour. Decorate that part of the piggy, or, as in this case, the gingerbread man, by colouring or placing a small piece of plasticine over the correct number on the template. The first to cover all numbers correctly is the winner and can complete their craft. Finally, let's consider possible projects and crafts related to songs. What project or craft could you carry out related to a weather song? Here are some ideas. How about a farm animal song? Again, here are some possibilities. And finally, the action rhyme, Incy Wincy Spider. Again, here are 1 or 2 ideas. As you can see, the range of possibilities is significant. Once you have finished watching this video, complete the post-viewing tasks on your worksheet. Thinking Task 3 will ask you to identify some cross-curricular connections when carrying out projects and crafts. And Thinking Task 4 will consider the wider skills development involved for all pupils when working in this way. Once you have completed these tasks, click on the downloadable answer sheet to compare your thinking with ours. Remember, you can replay this video as many times as you like. Bye for now. We'll see you again in part 5.